Salida, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sounds German and another review. Today I will talk a bit about Anarchie und Alltag, the third album by German rap trio Antilopen Gang. Now, this one was actually a bit of a blind pick because I had some spare time one week, and to my own surprise, I was really pleasantly surprised in more than one way by this album. Anarchie und Alltag covers a big variety of topics and steers clear of almost any cliches German rap is best known for. Instead of bars that are filled with wannabe gangster tales and presenting themselves as the greatest and toughest and richest guys around, Antilopen Gang instead use humor, sometimes very dark humor, witty lyrics, and, to my own surprise, a good amount of self-deprecation to talk about themselves, substance abuse, growing up, or well, pizza. It really is a bit of a bizarre mixture when you look at it all at once, but looking at it track by track, it works out really well. Pizza, for example, is pretty much a comedy track, a light-hearted keyboard and drum melody slightly distorted in the background, while the three guys rap about how pizza can basically solve any problem in the world, even as a throwing weapon against the police if deep frozen. But then you also have Tinder Match, which is carried by a slow, almost romantic piano melody and is about an ISIS member and a German fascist. The song describes their life and how they ended up where they are, and that in their lonely hours they browse dating sites and their quote-unquote sworn enemy pops up as a potential match because, well, there seem to be some personality crossovers. And while this is clearly done in jest, they nonetheless manage to transport a serious message through this song, which amounts to basically dumping a turd on all kinds of extremism or fascism, no matter where it's coming from. Alf, on the other hand, ties personal experiences into a more light-hearted setting where the three explain how they feel like Alf, stranded in a strange place with only very few friends and, as they put it so eloquently, 7 billion wankers, and how they used to watch an episode of Alf whenever they were down because they could relate to him so much. It's somber, sobering, all the more with its minimalistic beat, but it will put likely a little smile on your face if you grew up with the series as a child too. Patientenkollektiv is one of the proper serious tracks covering hard, basically traumatizing events in the artist's life and how they personally dealt with it, describing their own concerts as group therapy and coming to the conclusion that they prefer to be burned out from time to time than being numb to all the bad things happening around them. Moments like these are what I feel are the strongest moments on the whole album. Since Antilopen Gang forego all of the aforementioned rap cliches, bars like these come off as believable and honest, thus making them so much more impactful. It certainly blows all the German rappers out of the water who just try to sell a tough guy image. They even basically go full philosophical on Lob der Lüge, which is a track about how we not only lie to others but also to ourselves at times, and how these lies are basically necessary to prevent the world from shattering to pieces. Or there is Fugen im Parkett, which describes the inside of a pub where multiple people drink, how dreams die in there, and how there is all this wasted potential to be found in there, basically lying on the floor of the bar. One last track I have to give an explicit mention is definitely Baggersee. It just completely falls out of line because it's not a rap track but rather a full-blown punk rock song about how Germany could be bombed into a massive lake, so you have a nice place to relax, to feed ducks and to fish in your free time. This track gave me flashbacks to the early 90s and I could see this song easily on an old album of German punk rock band Die Ärzte, which was probably Germany's biggest and most famous punk rock band, especially back in the day. The shredding guitars, the rough-yelled vocals, it fits the formula perfectly, and considering this is, all things considered, a rap album, I was really surprised to find a full-blown punk rock track in there, which is also very decently performed. There is really only one thing I didn't like about this album, which was that someone apparently loved to implement an auto-tuned hook near the end of a few tracks. There is no completely auto-tuned track on this album, thank God for that, but some tracks repeat the hook near the end once and have it auto-tuned to various degrees. I honestly have no idea why. It really adds nothing to the tracks, and I feel that every song that used it would have been better without it. But given how overall good the rest of the album is, it's pretty tolerable. It's just a fleeting moment, so to say. I still wish it wouldn't have been there. It was really unnecessary. So, as a conclusion, Anarchie und Alltag offers a great, varied bag of German hip hop. While the guys don't rip out any trees on a technical level, like you won't, for example, hear any double time or super complex rhyme patterns here on this album, their lyrics are absolutely on point, packed into a good bunch of diverse sounding beats. A fantastic German rap album, in my opinion, far away from all the tiresome cliches, but filled to the brim with witty and intelligent lyrics. Definitely a recommendation from my part. As you might have guessed by now, I really loved this album. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like, and if you want more German music stuff, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, have you listened to this album? Please, if so, let me know what did you think of it, and you can also follow Sounds German on Facebook and or Twitter. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you around next time. Have a nice day and Salida!